Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Kingdom Builders Business University once again. If you have been following us, then you know that this is our Kingdom Builders Business University graduation week. And we have had some phenomenal students that have come through this week and shared their life story at KBBU as well as their business story. So we have a new graduate today by the name of Miss Avis Glisson. Woo! Welcome, Avis. Welcome. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
joining us. Yes, yes, yes. So if you're watching us for the first time, my name is Michelle Green, and I am the founder of KBBU, also known as Kingdom Builders Business University. And we are here with Miss Avis today. We want to celebrate her completing the 16-week business courses that we have had previously. They just graduated last week, so we're doing an individual celebration for them so that they can come on and share with you guys with their story, share their story. So, Avis, tell us a little bit about yourself and the journey that you have had at KBBU.
Well, hello. My name is Avis Glisson. I am a student of KBBU. It has been an amazing journey, a
Woo!
tedious journey, but an amazing one.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
yes, the reason why I say tedious is in a good way because KBBU has a way of stretching you um, and growing you.
Oh,
And sometimes that process isn't always the most comfortable, but it's what's needed and it's the best way we're going to get to the next level. And so that has definitely been KBBU for me, and it's in a good way.
awesome. Awesome. Listen, where are you located?
I am located in Columbia, South Carolina.
All right, now, right here where we are in Columbia, South
Absolutely.
Carolina. Yes, yes. And so this is your second time coming through KBBU. Tell us the difference between the first time you came through the course versus now.
Well, the first time I of course, didn't know what to expect. I thought I was coming in to maybe kind of, learn some general foundational stuff and,
Mhm.
take it, go home and kind of apply it, at my pace, so to speak. But what I did learn the first time and the second time is that KBBU, they're not gonna kind of just let you sit in a corner by yourself and try and figure that thing out. No, it's okay, well, this is your plan. So we're gonna help you walk through that and we're gonna keep you going. No, we don't want you to slow down. No, we don't want you to retract. Let's go ahead and continue to be progressive. And that's a wonderful thing. And they don't let you do it alone. And so, to my surprise, beautifully, KBBU, I learned that about KBBU the first time. And then
Hmm.
the second time, same thing. And even in a different way as well. And so, Michelle, as well as the other coaches, they do a beautiful job with kind of catering to what it is that each individual student is
Oh,
doing, preparing, and they help them develop themselves. So I learned something a lot new the first time, and I learned even more things that were new the second time around. It was great.
yes. Thank you for that, Avis. I think that for a lot of people, when they think about a business university, a business school, they're thinking of on the outskirts of an actual school. They think that they'll come in, they may learn a little bit about how to set up their business. They probably would learn a little bit about business credibility, how to establish the business funding, the grants, and whatnot. and then go into maybe a little bit of HR, and last will be some marketing. But KBBU is a very different school, and where we teach you the parallel of God's kingdom along with your company and how to make sure that it's successful. So we get into the nitty gritty of things, and I think that is the biggest shock for most people when they come to KBBU. It's like, wait a minute, I thought I was just going to get a little bit of feedback, a little bit of information about business, but then it's like, oh my God, like this is a lot.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
unless they have already been through business school. But I can say that even though I've had students tell us that even though they have been through business school, there was still something that they didn't know as they came to KBBU. They learned so many different things in relation to what they already had.
Yeah.
So it's just something that, every class is different. We do cater to the students that we have for that semester. So no classes are exactly the same. They are not the same. So let's talk a little bit about the different courses. What was your favorite course throughout the whole KBBU
I love
semester?
business setup.
Business
And I love
setup.
business setup. And I love that because for me, the main thing I felt like I needed to pull everything together for the foundation is business setup. But there were so many different things that I didn't realize that comes with that. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm very grateful to have been able to just understand each thing in detail
Mm,
for what was needed and why it's needed.
right.
And so that was life changing for me. And it's the foundation. You can't really get out there saying you're doing business and you don't have your foundation built properly.
Oh, oh, such a big issue among business owners is
Yeah.
that, we have this idea that, oh, I just need an EIN, or, oh, I just need my articles, and that's pretty much all I need, or, oh, let me go get my license. And those are the three main things. But it's so much more that goes with that, especially depending on your industry. Like for one of my businesses, we have to be consumer affairs approved. So we have to have a whole separate license outside of a general professional license for the type of work that we do in a different business that I own. So it is so intricately detailed, the experience and the things that we really need to think about when it comes to becoming an entrepreneur, besides just the fact that we want to help people and we want to make money. Okay, I think that
Mm-hmm.
the money drives most of us into being a business owner and deciding that we just don't want to work for anyone else, we want to work for ourselves. But we go at it in a lonely state of mind, and that's definitely not the way to go if you really want to leave a legacy and build wealth, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes. So tell us a little bit about your company and what you have now established coming through the
Yes.
second round.
Yes. Well, Glisten Culture, we are a creative arts empowerment platform. We support and encourage self development. We promote faith, integrity, leadership, and building legacies. And
Woo!
yeah, and so this for me was birthed just watching my parents and just seeing the example that they set for my brothers and I. And it was just such a godly example, and they have such genuine hearts. Um, my father is not with us now. And so
Oh
for
Lord.
me, I wanted to figure out, well, what can I do to really continue this name and this legacy and just continue to inspire others and pour into others, um, giving back the the character that came from my
Mm.
dad and my mother. And so one of the ways that God led me to really do that is all of the giftings that He's given me. My brothers have giftings, and just let's use what we have to pour back and encourage the next generations, so that
Wow.
there's so much other things out there that are pulling at our young people, and so many other things that they have reached to, which isn't always the healthiest thing. And so if we're called to be a light, and so it's
Right.
it's about pushing a legacy, but it's about being a light and showing characteristics that God would want us to have as well. And just let's be another positive entity out there that can encourage our youth, encourage our adults as well, because we all need it.
Yes, absolutely. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're saying that what you learn as a kid and as a young adult growing up from your parents, from your actual family, the principal members of your family, you learn a character trait that has expanded to the degree that you are able to teach it to other generations all throughout the world, and you're
Yes.
focusing on the youth and bridging that gap, is what you're saying. You're bridging
Ab-
the gap of generations. Wow.
Absolutely.
Woo.
Absolutely. Let's catch them while they're, young. Let's catch them while they're, open, and they're growing and they're learning so
Mm-hmm.
much, and it's almost like when they say, train up a child, and
The
they
way
may
they should
stray
go.
away for a little while from it, but they'll remember, they'll think back even when they're older. You know what? Miss Ada's taught me such and such. Let me,
Wow.
it'll come back to their mind, it'll register, or, you know, whomever taught me such and such, or this is the character this person emulated all the time that I've known them, and this is what I was taught here, even though I'm over here. And it kind of helps them just remember, just a little seed. If we can just put in a little seed of that inspiration and positivity, encouragement into them, and just also even learning things. I think about things that I didn't know or maybe understand when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and saying, well, if I can, the things that I know now, and even as I'm continuing to learn, if I can help give that back to someone else, let me do
Wow.
that. And that is Glisten Culture. And some of the services we do offer would be such things as photography, art, dance art,
Wow.
life resources, or tools for organization, and just growth. Just let's
Wow.
grow together.
Wow. I was just about to say, when I think about culture, I think about a individual that grows up a certain kind of way, where they're taught certain principles and morals and values. And expounding from that, it's the way that they dress, it's the way that they look, what their hair looks like, what their, what type of clothing do they wear, what kind of dance, what kind of traditions do they celebrate, what kind
Absolutely.
of, what kind of educational background do they learn from, what history of their previous ancestors, what is the history of their ancestors and how they learned that. It's even location, it's even, just pretty much everything that makes you you
Yeah.
is what I'm thinking about when I think of culture. It's the way that we do life. And so
Yeah.
what you're offering is the way that your family taught you to do life, but in you're integrating that into a whole new generation that didn't have that same opportunity possibly. And you're starting at what age group? Because it sounds like you're starting at a small age group to reach them at an early time period in their life. So what's your age group for your business, for Glitz and Culture?
Yeah, well, generally, and there's different parts and levels to it,
Okay.
but generally around age, you know, 5,
Oh,
even.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
around age 5, let's, um, even say like through, I'll use dance for an example.
Hmm.
As young as they are, they're so smart and they
They
pick up
are.
so much so
Yes,
quickly and
they
they
do.
understand.
Yes, totally. I'm thinking about
So,
my grandchildren right now. I have a 6-year old and a 2-year old, and the 2-year old is like a little genius walking around and speaks fluently English, fluently,
yeah,
and understands, like you said. So you might need to go down a notch.
right. Absolutely. But yeah, and we're continuing to develop, and God is still giving me some extra vision and so forth and so, but so who knows, we probably will go down some. But yeah, just even in that, and say we're teaching certain things in dance, but then we're
Hmm.
also um, pouring into them that those characteristics, and you
Right.
can do this, but you don't have to look like that, or you
Yeah.
can do things in a positive, healthy way, and it doesn't have to look like how everybody else is doing it, but you can be a leader and you can
Yes.
do it this way, and start
Right.
a different kind of way, a positive, more look towards things, if that makes any sense. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that is such an incredible move that you're making to establish a business that really can impact the future of this world. You know, the future generations are what's going to have the lasting legacy that we want to leave. If we're not pouring into them now, then when? And is it going to be too late before we actually begin that process of really engaging with the next generation? We sometimes we get so caught up into, oh, they disrespected me, oh, they talk a certain language, and that's what culture is being able to connect with other cultures no matter the background, and being able to work in unity
yes,
together, so that we can achieve
absolutely.
more. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely. And yeah, and while we're doing it, let's understand how to carry ourselves, how to conduct
right,
ourselves. Let's
right,
have a little patience here. Let's have a little understanding. Let's have a little grace for others. So
absolutely,
much,
I
so
love
much
that.
to it. So much to it.
Yes, learn forgiveness. Learn how not to take everything personal.
Yeah,
Learn how not to be so offended from every time somebody says something. Understand that
absolutely.
everybody is not jealous of you. Understand that everybody is, I can go on and on because
On and on.
yes, yes, because I'm all about this culture thing, like the culture of the kingdom of God, and learning his culture. It really is an
Absolutely.
example for how we should engage others, how we should connect with others, how we can grow with others, and as well develop ourselves, because I learned from my grandchildren. My youngest son is 9, and we have 5 kids all together, but I learned by connecting to them. And a lot of times we just don't want to connect because they're not doing the same things that we're doing. But that's the wrong perspective for us to have if we expect to be able to leave legacies. We got to communicate, we got to learn
Yeah.
how to speak others' languages. We have to learn how to, you know, come into someone else's culture and connect the dots of how
Yeah.
we are the same
It's
instead of
bigger
how
than
we're so
us.
different. Yes, yes, yes. It is much bigger than
Yeah.
what we are. Yes. So, how can they get in contact with you, Avis, if they are interested in signing up one of their kids, or if they themselves maybe need direction with, you know, setting up a schedule, because you do help with organizing a set schedule for individuals as well, right?
Yes, that's a component of glisten culture as well. Yes. So they can get in touch with me via telephone if they choose, which is
Mm-hmm.
1-833 Glisson, GLISSON, or the numerical portion of that is 833
Mm-hmm.
454 7766. So
Awesome.
they can
Awesome.
also email me as well at info@myglisten.com.
Info@myglisten.com. Awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
yes.
So, what does your future endeavors look like for business? Where do you see yourself in the next year or two?
Whew. Boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, God is just really showing me some things. And I'm like, me, Lord, is this what you want me to propel and push out to? But I do see, workshops or conferences where not just me teaching, but, I do see vision of let's uh, teach some finance. Let's teach, some
Ah,
prioritizing. Let's teach things that are key components for life. And I do see workshops and even conferences held in the distant future, maybe, but it's
yeah.
coming. It's
It's
coming.
coming. That's right. Maybe
Yes.
2024, if not 2023.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So
Yes. Yes, that's amazing. That is so incredible. Well, I
absolutely.
love what you're doing. I think that it is going to grow exponentially very quickly, and you're going to empower so many people. And that's what KBBU is about, making sure that we're pushing and catapulting those individuals that are really serious and passionate about their company and what God has put in their hands, and making sure that the world has access to that. So thank you all for watching today. We want to congratulate Avis at this point and just say thank you. We celebrate you, Avis.
Thank
Congratulations
you.
on completing the 16-week course. We do have a package for you that'll be coming in the mail. Now, I don't know what the mail is like since Christmas is here, but you'll get it in the upcoming weeks for sure. And
Thank
we do
you.
have, you're welcome. We do have a certificate for you and some KBBU merch. Hello. And
Okay.
since you were in the previous class, you know that you also received that from the previous class. So now you're going to have to build you a whole wall. If you're coming back to KBBU again, you have to build you a whole wall with all of your certificates of
Yes,
completion. I love that.
absolutely. Yes,
Yes,
I
absolutely.
am coming back to KBBU. It's essential. It's such rich golden information. I'm just telling you. And no class is the same. And you don't pick up everything the first time. You get the
Yes,
information, but then even when it's brought to you a different way, or maybe even the same way, some things it's like, wow, I didn't catch it like that the first time, or I didn't see it like
right.
that, or oh, it stuff begins to click. So I'm coming back.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you so much. We're so glad to have you come back again. Listen, I think this class, just about everybody is coming back, except for maybe like two people. So we have a whole graduating class of about 15. And I'm telling you, we always keep it small. If you're interested in joining KBBU, the reason why we keep it small is because we want to be able to impact every single person that's in the classroom. We don't want to overwhelm ourselves, even though we have more than just myself as the founder of the company. We have other coaches. We have a marketing coach, a sales coach. We have a fourth generation coach. So they help us to, guide the students through the courses and making sure they complete their homework, making sure that they have help with their testing. We don't give them the answers to the test, but we do go over the test afterwards so that we can make sure that they understand what's going on. So if you are interested in joining KBBU, our new upcoming class starts on January the 25th, 2023, and it runs through May 24th of 2023. So it's only going to be about 16 weeks, guys, and we do it fast because we know that, there's a lot of information that we need to compile into those 16 weeks, but we know that we want you to get out among the world with your organization and be able to bless someone else. So we want you to do that in an exponential way. So if you are interested in joining us, you can reach us at www.kbbullc.com. And the prices for our courses are reasonable. It's not over $2,000. I can guarantee you that. It's not over $1,000. I can also say that. We try to make sure that everybody have access to what we are giving away. And so when we have students that come back through the course, it's just such a blessing to our spirit, like to our soul, because we are pouring out everything that we have learned as entrepreneurs, being in business, and any gift that we can use to collaborate to give to the students so that they can give away to others themselves. That's what we are about. And if you want to give us a call, you can reach us at 855-522-8552, or you can also email us at info@kbbullc.com. All right, so that's going to be a wrap. Thank you so much for your time on Christmas Eve. Listen, if you guys are celebrating tomorrow, Christmas, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you for watching. And Avis, do you have any last remarks?
Well, excuse me.
No problem.
I did want to say, just as you were even just talking about KPBU right there, the more you get it in you, the more it becomes you. And I'm telling you, KBBU has such good information to help us and grow us. So if you have any inkling of time, and matter of fact, the classes are really convenient. They're once a week. If you have it in you to push a little more, get it. Get in there. Do KBBU. It will change you. It will help you.
Wow. Thank you so much. You get me emotional over here. Thank you
Yeah,
so
it's the
much. I
truth.
really appreciate
It's
it.
the
I
truth.
do. I do. We are very authentic here. We come however God leads us, and every week will always be something fresh and new for you to learn. Absolutely. So thank you again, guys, for watching. We appreciate your time, and we hope that you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But I will say we will be still completing graduation next week. So we'll be starting on Monday next week for the rest of our graduates that haven't had their individual graduation. But thanks again. I hope y'all have a great Saturday, and we'll see you soon. Take
Happy
care.
holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.